Hi everybody and welcome to my latest YouTube video. This is Beatle Dave calling to you from Derbyshire in the UK. Now, as some of you know, at the weekend me and Susie Sue got married, so I went away for a few days to the Peak District, which is about 20 miles away from here. And Beatle Dave, being Beatle Dave, although he was on his honeymoon, he still found a record shop. And in this record shop I found what I think could be a Beatles Holy Grail. Let me just move this around a little bit there. Yeah, it could be a Beatles Holy Grail. It's a copy of the Beatles' second album, but as you can see, it's got a completely different cover to the American version. That is Capitol's version of the Beatles' second album. This is the one I've got, which is the cover of this is actually very similar to the Capitol album, Something New. As I only got this yesterday, because I came back yesterday, I'm trying to do something with this light. Yeah, my lighting's gone completely AWOL at the minute, so if you're getting a little bit of glare, I'm very, very sorry. Yeah, like I say, I got this in a second-hand record shop. The cover is on the front, it's absolutely fantastic. On the back, unfortunately, I think there was some sort of thing there that's been ripped off and a bit there, but it doesn't affect the sound of the album. This is a German pressing. Right, I'm just going to read a little bit of information that I found. Right, it's the Beatles' second album on Odeon ZTOX 5558, which is what this is. Front cover is very reminiscent of Something New, but has the title of the second album, so it's quite strange. This is what's saying on here. This is a German pressing that was, from what this person that's put this on can gather, came out in 1964 and was only ever sold to US military personnel stationed in Germany and Switzerland. And he's been on a site where they've actually classed this as a Holy Grail, which, to be honest, it could be, because I've never seen this. In 40 years of collecting records, I've never seen it. When I picked this up, I just thought it was a German version of it, of the Beatles' second album, not thinking, well, it's got the wrong cover on it, or a different cover. So what they're saying is this was never ever meant for the public to buy. It was only ever released to US military personnel in 1964, and apparently it was only released for a very, very short time. Like I say, never meant for general consumption, shall we say. And it wasn't actually released in very large quantities either. I think there's a few thousand copies. When I mean a few thousand, probably it was like 10,000 copies ever released. And I think the run through was roughly 2 months. So this has got the all-important catalogue number there, if you can see it, of ZTOX 5558. Like I say, a little bit of damage on the cover there. And apparently there's two versions of this, and this is what they call the second version, believe it or not, although it was only like pressed for like 2 months. This has got the Gemma publishing credit there, that has Gemma and BMI, I think it is, or BEMI. So what's it worth? This site I'm on reckons that the site they went on reckon this could be worth up to $2,000. Now, I don't know when this was posted. Let me have a look. 8 years ago this was posted, what I'm reading off the internet. It's not on Wikipedia or anything. It's actually on a site called Collectors Weekly, which I think is an American, or was an American, like internet site. So yeah, you know, it's like a very, very strange album to find. The track listing, as far as I can make out, is exactly the same as this. So you've got Roll Over Beethoven, Thank You Girl, You Really Got a Hold of Me, Devil in Her Heart, Money, You Can't Do That, Side 2, Long Tall Sally, I Call Your Name, Please Mr. Postman, I'll Get You and She Loves You. So the back cover is basically the same on both albums. That is the American version, this is the German version. But then the cover, the front cover, is completely different. So this was already out when this came out. So how did the Odeon in Germany get that cover for this album before something new came out? Very, very strange. And it's stereo, by the way, this. I will show you the LP once again. Like I say, I haven't cleaned it, but I did play it very briefly yesterday, but I did play it all the way through. And it actually sounds really, really nice. Yeah, I hope you can see these labels okay. It's flat as a pancake as well. The sound quality is absolutely amazing. I played it on my Technics deck downstairs, going through Technics speakers and a Technics amp, and it sounded absolutely amazing. Yes, a little bit of snap, crackle and pop, should we say. Nothing overwhelming, you know, it didn't spoil the enjoyment of the record. A fantastic find. What's it worth? I don't know what it's worth. According to this, from saying this is 8 years ago, they're saying a copy like that could be up to $2,000, and I don't know what $2,000 is because I don't know what the exchange rate is. And bearing in mind, this is from 8 years ago, so would the price of that gone up or would the price of it gone down? Excuse me 1 second, folks. Cheers, by the way, everybody. I'm just amazed that I actually found that, because I thought, bear with 1 second, folks. Yeah, when I saw that yesterday, I just thought it was another version of this which I'd already got. So that's similar. And that is on a German Odeon label, but a slightly later copy. So I think I've been extremely extremely lucky to find this. Say the strange thing is, how did Odeon in Germany know what the cover to an unreleased at the time Beatles album? Because this was the cover of something new that hadn't even been released when this was released. Very strange. Very, very strange. Very, very happy to have it. I know I'm extremely lucky to have found it. Like I say, according to this site on, what did I say it was called? Collectors Weekly, they go anywhere up to $2,000, but this was from 8 years ago. I found one on eBay which wasn't anywhere in as nice condition as that one. The cover and everything was ripped. I mean, at least the cover on this is intact, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's had some sort of thing on there. I don't know if it got for US personnel only or something stick on it. So I think somebody's tried to get it off. What did Beatle Dave pay for it? £35. 35 English pounds, which I think's around $40, is it? Or might be slightly less. I don't know. I don't know if a pound's worth more than $1 or a dollar's worth more than a pound now. But yeah, £35. I'm extremely happy to have this in my collection. If you know what it is, what the true worth of this is, please let me know in the comments. Not that I'm going to sell it, but I don't know how rare this is. Like I say, I've never ever seen a copy of this before. Oh, I tell a lie, I have. I did see a copy of this in Records 33 in Nottingham about 2 years ago. And if I remember rightly, the bloke on there was trying to make out it was a misprint because it had got the wrong cover on it. but he did say he thought it was something to do with the US military in Germany, and I think he wanted £550 for it, and probably was in sort of the same condition as this, to be honest. No better, no worse. I'm just like over the moon that I found it, and yes, I would agree with that. I think it is a Beatles Holy Grail. It's probably a Beatles Holy Grail that, unless you live in America and you was in the military, nobody will probably even know what this is. Great album, innit? What a find! What a find to find on your honeymoon as well. So that's going to be it, folks. So what's it worth? Have I got a bargain? I've overpaid. I haven't overpaid ever. No matter what you think, I haven't overpaid. But I don't think I have anyway. Thank you to everybody that has been liking my videos. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you to people that wished me and Susie Sue, you know, gave us messages of support and everything when we got married. We didn't do it in secret. We just didn't really tell a lot of people. I mean, family and friends knew, obviously. Which is why I couldn't do something on the Please Please Me LP when I wanted to as well. But that's by the by. I've had some really, really lovely messages of support. A lot of love, actually, from members of, you know, subscribers and, you know, people like that. Susie Sue says thank you, by the way. She's a bit camera shy today. So, yes, thank you to everybody that's subscribing. Leave me comments, you know, giving me a message of support, you know, for the channel and everything. If you've liked this video, give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, just please think about subscribing. It is free, and sometimes you get to find little gems like this. Now, I don't know if anybody else has ever put this on YouTube. I haven't really had time to look. I'm just amazed I found it. I really, really am amazed I found this very, very rare record, isn't it? If nothing else, it's a very, very rare record. Maybe Andrew at Parlogram might be interested in this, or could give some more information on it. Like I say, I know it was a limited edition for US military personnel that was stationed in Germany and Switzerland, I believe, in 1964, and it only had a very, very limited run of around 2 months, and there was only a few thousand of them ever printed. That's the information I've found out so far. How true that is, I don't know. I don't think it's a fake, because I don't think bootleggers or fakers or counterfeiters even know anything about this album, and it just seems real anyway. You know, it is a really, really nice heavyweight record. I'll show you it once again because I'm so proud to have this in my collection. What a find, eh? What a find, folks. So to some of my contemporaries out there, especially the ones that was in the military in America, or for the US, like I know my old mate Matthew Street, you served in the American military, didn't you, at some time? Have you ever seen this album? Beatle Brad, have you ever seen this album? Remember, this is the Beatles' second album, but the cover is a lot like the Something New album, although the contents and the back are the same as the Capitol version. But I think these have been slightly remixed. I think because they do seem to have a little bit of echo on them. Great find. I really, really am flabbergasted to find such a rarity. You know, and basically it was like what we'd call an antiques centre in Derbyshire, in the Peak District. Hey, how did it get there? Hey, how did this end up in Derbyshire, in the Peak District? Who knows? So once again, thank you to everybody. Thank you for watching this video, and like I say, if you've liked it, just leave me a thumbs up, because that helps with the YouTube aneurysm and things. Also, there will be quite a few videos coming in the next few days and possibly even weeks, because we found some absolutely wonderful things. That was from Belper. I think that one was from Belper, but then I did find another record shop in Bakewell, and I got some absolutely marvellous things from there as well. Plus I have had 2 little packages come in the post as well while we've been away, so you know there's quite a bit of content, but I'm going to do them all separate. I'm not going to do like big videos, I'm going to do them all little separately, but I think this is one of my best finds ever. Personally I do think it is a Beatles Grail, or Holy Grail. Like I said, didn't even know this album existed till I saw it yesterday. Little bit of research, so I do know it is rare. But what a find! What a find to find in Derbyshire. You know, most of these, if they was only released to the American military, would probably have stayed in Germany when they left, or gone to America, wouldn't they? So how it's ended up in a little village in Derbyshire, I have no idea. Never find out, will I? But what a find! What a find, folks, eh? What a find. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. Once again, thank you to you all. Love your records, cherish your records. From time to time you've got to clean your records, which I will be doing probably later today, but I've got a lot to clean. But above all, play them. I've played this, it sounds absolutely amazing. Like I say, what a find. I'm overwhelmed. Don't really know what else to say. Hey, how many of you have got a copy of this? Yeah, don't know. In America, I suppose, if you served in you know, if you were stationed in Germany in the 60s, or you know, or your dads or your granddads or your uncles were, quite a few of you might actually have this album. I don't know. But it says rare as rocking horse, poo poo in the UK, put like that. And the spine, I think, is still in nice condition as well. So, one of my magical finds from a magical few days away. So it's love, peace and happiness as always. Remember, Beatle Dave loves you. You are the beat in Beatle Dave. Without you, this channel wouldn't exist. So thank you once again, everybody, and I hope you've enjoyed this video.